How to fix Dead by Daylight Easy Anti-Cheat Error Code 4 when GoodbyeDPI is active. Welcome back to Technobalta. Today, we delve into a frustrating, yet common technical hurdle faced by Dead by Daylight players, the notorious Easy Anti-Cheat (EAC) Error Code 4, specifically when GoodbyeDPI is active. This scenario often arises due to the fundamental conflict between anti-cheat mechanisms designed to prevent unauthorized system modifications and network tools like GoodbyeDPI, which intentionally manipulate network packets to bypass Deep Packet Inspection (DPI) censorship. The error signals that EAC detects an anomaly in the network communication or system integrity that it deems suspicious, preventing the game from launching or crashing it mid-session, even if GoodbyeDPI was previously compatible. Our deep dive guide will meticulously explore a comprehensive array of solutions, ranging from direct fixes related to GoodbyeDPI to broad system diagnostics, ensuring you can return to the fog without EAC impediments. Image intro error context.png. The core issue stems from EAC's stringent monitoring of game processes and network traffic, where any unauthorized interference, such as the packet fragmentation or rerouting performed by GoodbyeDPI, can trigger a security alert. While GoodbyeDPI serves a legitimate purpose in specific network environments, its operation can inadvertently mimic malicious activity from an anti-cheat perspective, leading to the dreaded error code 4. Understanding this underlying conflict is crucial for systematically troubleshooting and resolving the problem, moving beyond superficial fixes to address the root causes of this incompatibility. This guide aims to empower you with professional, actionable steps to diagnose and rectify this specific EAC error, even when the initial solution appears elusive. Image intro problem statement.png. Disable GoodbyeDPI immediately. The most direct and frequently confirmed solution involves completely disabling GoodbyeDPI before launching Dead by Daylight. This tool, designed to circumvent network censorship, directly interferes with the network traffic that Easy Anti-Cheat monitors, causing it to flag the connection as suspicious and trigger error code 4. Ensure the GoodbyeDPI process or service is not running in the background to eliminate this primary conflict. Image GoodbyeDPI.png. Restart GoodbyeDPI service. If a full disable isn't immediately feasible or if you plan to re-enable it post-game, perform a clean restart of GoodbyeDPI's service or executable. Occasionally, a residual process or an improperly terminated instance can continue to impact network flow, even if the primary application window is closed. A fresh restart can resolve temporary glitches or resource conflicts that might lead to EAC detection. Image GoodbyeDPI start service.png. Update GoodbyeDPI to the latest version. Ensure you are running the most recent version of GoodbyeDPI, as developers often release updates that include bug fixes, performance improvements, or even specific compatibility adjustments for various applications. An outdated version might contain known issues or rely on deprecated network methods that conflict with contemporary anti-cheat system updates. Always check the official repository for the latest stable release to minimize potential conflicts. Image GoodbyeDPI update process.png. Temporarily uninstall GoodbyeDPI for testing. For definitive diagnostic purposes, completely uninstall GoodbyeDPI from your system and then attempt to launch Dead by Daylight. This step rigorously tests whether GoodbyeDPI is indeed the sole and undeniable source of the error code 4, eliminating any possibility of residual files or hidden services impacting EAC. If the game launches without issue after uninstallation, you can confirm GoodbyeDPI's role and consider reinstallation only after further system checks. Image GoodbyeDPI Uninstall confirm.png. Verify Dead by Daylight game files via Steam. Corrupted or missing game files, particularly those related to easy anti-cheat components integrated within the game directory, can frequently lead to error code 4. Utilize Steam's built-in Verify Integrity of Game Files function, which automatically scans for discrepancies and downloads any necessary replacements. This process ensures that all Dead by Daylight assets, including EAC's core files, are intact and correctly installed. Image Steam Verify Files Progress.png. Repair Easy Anti-Cheat Service manually. Navigate to your Dead by Daylight installation folder, typically Steam Library /SteamApps /common /Dead by Daylight /Easy Anti-Cheat. Locate and run Easy Anti-Cheat EOS Setup.exe as an administrator, then select the Repair Service option. This utility is specifically designed to mend any corruption or misconfiguration within the EAC service, ensuring it can initialize correctly and interact with the game without error. Imageutility.png. Reinstall Easy Anti-Cheat completely. If a repair doesn't suffice, a full reinstallation of EAC is often necessary to resolve deeply rooted service corruption. First, manually delete the Easy Anti-Cheat EOS folder located in C:\program files, x86, \Easy Anti-Cheat EOS. Afterward, run the Easy Anti-Cheat EOS Setup.exe from your Dead by Daylight game directory to perform a clean install, or simply verify Dead by Daylight's game files through Steam, which will automatically re-download and install EAC. Image reinstallation steps.png. Run System File Checker, SFC/SCANNOW. Windows system file corruption can indirectly impact anti-cheat functionality by compromising core OS components that EAC relies upon for secure operation. Open Command Prompt as an administrator and execute SFC/SCANNOW to scan for and repair any damaged Windows system files. This command ensures the operating system's integrity, providing a stable foundation for easy anti-cheat and Dead by Daylight. SCANNOW-result.png. Disable Windows memory integrity, core isolation. Windows memory integrity feature, part of core isolation, can sometimes conflict with easy anti-cheat, as both attempt to secure system processes at a fundamental level. Temporarily disable memory integrity in Windows Security, Device Security, core isolation details to check if it resolves the error code 4. While this offers enhanced security, certain anti-cheat systems may struggle to operate correctly in its presence. Image memory integrity toggle.png. Check for conflicting overlay and background software. Various overlay applications, e.g., Discord overlay, NVIDIA GeForce Experience, MSI Afterburner, ArtSS, VPNs, or even certain antivirus programs can interfere with easy anti-cheats operations. Temporarily disable or close all non-essential background applications and overlays before launching Dead by Daylight. These programs can hook into game processes or modify network traffic in ways EAC interprets as malicious. Image conflicting overlays disabled.png. Update network drivers. Outdated or corrupted network adapter drivers can lead to unstable network connections and unexpected packet behavior, which EAC Anti-Cheat might misinterpret as an attempt to bypass its security. Ensure your Ethernet and Wi-Fi adapter drivers are updated to their latest versions directly from the manufacturer's website. A stable and optimized network connection is paramount for online gaming with anti-cheat. Image network driver update.png. Flush DNS and reset Winsock. Network configuration issues can sometimes manifest as anti-cheat errors, especially if DNS resolution or network socket operations are corrupted. Open command prompt as an administrator and execute IP protocol configuration/flushes followed by netch Winsock reset and netch int IP reset. These commands clear your DNS cache and reset the Winsock catalog, resolving common network connectivity problems that could affect EAC. Image network reset success.png. Review firewall and antivirus exclusions. Your firewall or antivirus software might be inadvertently blocking EAC Anti-Cheat's network communications or process execution, leading to error code 4. Temporarily disable your firewall and antivirus to test if the game launches, then create explicit exceptions for DbD and any EAC Anti-Cheat executables within their respective security settings. Ensure these critical game components have unrestricted access. Image Firewall Exclusions.png. Run DbD and EAC Anti-Cheat as administrator. Insufficient administrative privileges can prevent EAC from properly accessing system resources or injecting its necessary components into the game process. Navigate to the game's executable, DbD.exe, and the EAC Setup utility, EAC Anti-Cheat EOS Setup.exe. Right-click each, select Properties, go to the Compatibility tab and check. Run this program as an administrator. This ensures maximum privilege for critical components. Image DNS Administrator Option.png. Temporarily disable IPv6. While less common, some older network stacks or specific EAC implementations might exhibit conflicts with IPv6, leading to unexpected anti-cheat errors. Temporarily disabling IPv6 in your network adapter settings can rule out this compatibility issue. Access your network adapter properties, uncheck Internet Protocol version 6 TCP/IPv6, and restart your system to apply the change. Image IP6 disabled network properties.png. Perform a clean boot of Windows. This starts your system with a minimal set of drivers and startup programs, allowing you to systematically re-enable services to identify the culprit. Use msconfig to disable all non-Microsoft services and all startup items, then reboot and test the game. Image msconfig cleanboot configured.png. Ensure Windows is fully updated. EAC Anti-Cheat frequently relies on the latest Windows security patches and system libraries to function correctly. Ensure your operating system is fully up to date by checking for and installing all available Windows updates. Outdated system components can create vulnerabilities or incompatibilities that anti-cheat software is designed to detect, or simply fail to provide the necessary environment for EAC. Image Windows updatestis.png. Reinstall DbD. As a comprehensive last resort, performing a complete reinstallation of DbD can resolve deeply ingrained issues that might be preventing EAC from operating correctly. This process ensures a fresh installation of all game files, including its integrated EAC Anti-Cheat components, eliminating any persistent corruption or misconfiguration. Remember to back up any local save data if applicable, although most DbD progress is server-side. Contact Easy Anti-Cheat or Dead by Daylight support. If you have meticulously followed all troubleshooting steps and still encounter error code 4, it's time to escalate the issue to the experts. Collect detailed information about your system specifications, operating system version, and all troubleshooting steps attempted. Submit a support ticket to Easy Anti-Cheat directly or to Dead by Daylight's official support channels, providing comprehensive diagnostic information. Image a support ticket submitted.png. Monitor for future GoodbyeDPI and EAC updates. The compatibility between network tools like GoodbyeDPI and anti-cheat systems is an evolving landscape. Regularly monitor official announcements and update logs for both GoodbyeDPI and Easy Anti-Cheat. Future updates from either side may introduce specific compatibility fixes, workarounds, or changes in detection logic that could resolve or reintroduce this particular error code for conflict. Image monitoring update as dashboard.png. Don't forget to follow Technobalta for more